So I've been using the Blade 14 for about a month now, and I really like it. But that doesn't mean it's the perfect laptop. There's definitely some things I'd like to see in the next version of the Blade 14, which I'll talk about later, but the setup I have is rocking the full HD 1080p panel with an i7 processor, 16GB of RAM, 1TB of SSD, and it's got the GTX 1060 inside. Now to me, Razer is like the Apple of Windows laptops, if that makes any sense. Their products are really well built, and while they are a small company, they're pretty damn good at making stuff. The Blade 14 is made out of aluminum and has this black anodized finish to it, which looks really cool to look at, but it can get scratched or nicked if you're not careful, so I decided to put a matte black dbrand skin on it so I can protect it and have a pristine laptop in the long run. The display on here is a 1080p panel, and it's really good, pretty accurate in terms of color reproduction. I trust this panel when I'm coloring my footage in Premiere Pro, and it's got this matte finish to it, which I personally like. There is a higher resolution version which costs more money, but I heard bad things about it, so I ended up going this route. Now the bezels around the display is really noticeable, especially if you compare the screen to bezel ratio compared to something like the Retina MacBook Pro. I wish there's more screen and less bezels so that I can have more screen real estate and more windows on my screen. But I'm sure Razer is working on this for its future laptops. The keyboard is also great to type on. It's probably one of the best laptop keyboards I've typed on other than the MacBook Pro, and the RGB lighting is pretty cool. You can customize the lighting on each key or have different effects play when you type. It's pretty awesome. Now the last thing I love about the Blade 14 is its performance. It's so fast, it renders 1080p and some 4K videos with ease, and playing NBA 2K17, Rocket League, or Battlefield 1 on this laptop is great. All of it ran well above 60 frames per second in high settings, and I couldn't be happier. Pair this laptop with an Xbox One controller or a gaming mouse, and you've got yourself a really good mobile gaming rig. But like I said previously though, if the screen was a bit bigger with less bezels, it'd be the perfect laptop for consuming media. Now moving on to the things that I don't like as much. The trackpad could be better. I wish these two buttons weren't physical buttons like the ones on the Razer Stealth or the Razer Blade Pro, but I'm sure that'll come in the next Blade 14. Now also, since this laptop is equipped with the GTX 1060, the fans can be super loud, and it also gets very hot when playing games for a couple of hours. But the fact that this laptop is only 0.70mm thin, I'm giving Razer a pass on that one just because everything else is great. This laptop starts at around $17.99, which is a little pricey, but if you think about the build quality and the performance you get out of this laptop, I think it's well worth the money. But if you don't have the money to shell out on the Blade 14, there's a ton of other Windows laptops on the market right now for a little over $1,000 that can get you similar performance without the great build quality. Now if only Razer can make the bezels thinner and make the screen a tad bit bigger and make the laptop run quieter, it'll be the perfect travel laptop for any creator out there right now. Anyways, if you all enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and let me know what you all think of the Razer Blade 14. Subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, I'll catch you all in the next one.